So me and her, we're standing and we're listening to music, and next thing you know, we're in the top front, like the front and the right side stage. We hear like firecrackers, like ta 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 ta. Then we hear a second series of the firecrackers go off. This guy came running to us, and he ran into my girlfriend because she's in front of me, and he was up in the front. What's going on? Like, why are you running into us? And he goes, dude, there's shots going. This guy was right in front of us. He just went down. He's dead. He's dead. And I was like, oh, like that's like when it all clicked in, and then you can hear the ta 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 ta. Some people were running and some people were dropping, but no matter what, I told her, I was like, babe, we need to drop. We need to get out of here. We need to get cover. So now we're making it out, right? And we see everybody running towards the right exit, or the right entrance that we use as an exit as well, and the left entrance that we use as an exit as well. And the left entrance is the strip entrance, and then the right entrance is like a back entrance. I don't know, it's by the porta potties. So everybody's running over there, and they're all in crowds and hordes of people, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, we're not going where everyone is because that's where the shooter's going to shoot. We are running straight through the back, and we're staying away from everyone. And so we did. We ran straight through the back of the venue, and there was a fence, like about a 10-foot fence. Two guys that were standing on the other side of the fence catching everybody, and one of them caught my girlfriend. We're getting over now, and now we're running across the street, and we hear shots coming from like Hooters, MGM area. Over there, there was shots coming from over there, and there were shots going from Mandalay Bay. So shots were going from Mandalay, you know, they were really deep, really far, and then you can hear like a. So we're hearing multiple shots now, and this was our first encounter to multiple shots. And we're running across the street, and there's a parking lot, Tropicana parking lot. So now everybody's going into Tropicana through this back entrance. We kind of had to jump down from a little wall, and there was an open door. There was the door open, and everybody's going up with their hands up. Both of your hands up. Everybody's walking through, and it's a hallway, and there's just hordes of people funneling into this room. And so everybody's trying to get in, everybody's trying to get in, everybody's trying to get in. Everybody has their hands up, and we're all finally getting in. We're going through the hallway. There's blood on the walls. You can see handprints on the doors. I mean, there was blood everywhere. It was. So we're going in, and they're trying to direct everyone into the casino at Tropicana. And I noticed it, and I'm like, why? Why is everyone? I don't want to stay with groups of people. That was like my main thing. Is we're not going in groups of people. We're staying away from everyone, and we're gonna do our own thing, and we're gonna try to make it out. This guy comes in. This is the part that everybody's questioning, and I'm telling you guys now. This is how it went down. So he walks in from the pool area, and he has a suitcase. Mind you, nobody around right now has a suitcase. Nobody's even as calm as this guy. This guy walked in, and he was very, very calm, right? So I'm under the impression this guy works here. And I asked him, first thing is, hey, can I go out that way? Because there was guys that were saying, go to the casino. Everybody go to the casino. And I was like, I don't want to go to the casino. There's doors right here, and if I can go out this way, I'm going out this way. So this guy walks in. I think he works there because he's wearing a black collared shirt. He has white lettering right here on his left side, and he wasn't wearing a hat. He wasn't wearing glasses, but he had short hair. He had thick eyebrows, and he was kind of like this color tone. He was a lighter brown, and he was very big, like a very muscular man. He had thick chest, thick arms. And so he walked in, and I asked him, hey, can I go out that way? And he goes, no, you need to go into the casino. You need to go in the casino. So he's kind of directing me now, and I'm like, hey, like, do you work here? Like, why can't I go out this way? And at the same time, I'm questioning why he has this black polymer suitcase. So I told him, I was like, well, what's in the suitcase? You know, like, what's in the suitcase? I want to know what's in the suitcase. Why are you telling me to go to the casino? I'm not going to listen to you, and if you don't work here, why can't I go out there, and why are you telling me to go in here, and what's in the suitcase? Those are three things that I'm trying to figure out. And he's like, oh, nothing. And he's very calm, like, you know, everybody's freaking out. I mean, this guy, how can you be so calm when you see everybody running through, people, blood everywhere? There was a guy that was on the ground next to the wall who was bleeding, and he was dead. I'm super, like, very, very curious, and I want to know what's in the suitcase, because this guy is walking in when everyone is like freaking out, and he's very calm, he's collected, and he has this kind of demeanor like, oh, like he was just walking very calm, and something was wrong. I could tell something was wrong. I didn't like it. I felt it was like a planned setup. The guy goes, okay. So he looks me dead in the eyes the whole entire time. I kid you not. He looks me in the eyes, And he goes, he gets down. He's not looking at the suitcase, he's looking at me. And he's looking straight at me in the eyes, and he has a grin on his face. And he's ready to open up. And as soon as he's down and he's like at that point where he's about to open it up, shots fired in Tropicana Casino, and everybody's freaking out. And her and I, we heard them. They were like, they were totally different. They were actually ARs, and they were suppressed. And there were 3 bursts. 3 bursts inside the Tropicana Casino. People who were there inside will tell you that there was that, and that happened. So the shots went off, and he ran into the casino when everybody was running out and trying to get to safety. He ran into the casino. He didn't open it. He just ran in there, and I feel like I held him back from what he was supposed to do. This is truly what I feel. Now, it could be wrong. I could be right. I could be wrong. I have no idea. But the fact is that once the shots went off, he ran in there, like as if he was a police officer. But I feel like I did hold him back from what he was supposed to do, which could have been him walking through the back of the pool area while someone else walked through the front, and them both just spraying and letting everybody get shot. You know, people are saying there's shots at Bellagio. I wasn't there. I can't tell you, but I was at Tropicana, and I did hear those shots, and we ran out to the day pool area, and we hid in the cabanas for 30 minutes. I don't think anybody really died in there. I have no idea. I ran out, and I don't know what happened in there, but we did hear the shootings, and I didn't see them, but I heard them. I did not want to go into herds or flocks of people. I was trying to stay away from them because I knew that's what their motive was. Their motive was to get everyone into groups of people and shoot as many as they can in short amount of times, and then try to run and get away. All I know is that the burst of shots were very quick, and they didn't last long. They were not 15 seconds long like the Mandalay Bay shooter was. They were very short bursts, and it was almost as if they just wanted to get a few shots in and then quickly get out, because they knew that police were going to be there like that, because everybody, I mean, the streets were filled with, they were on lockdown. Everything was done. So we get out to the pool day pool area, and we're laying in the cabana now. We're in there for 30 minutes. So now we're going into the hotel area. So now we're going through, and at the front door of like where we were, there was 3 gentlemen, and all 3 of them, I walked outside, and I said, hey, like, you know, I'm gonna take off. And they're like, you can't go anywhere. And I was like, I can do whatever the fuck I want, you know. And he was like, he didn't really question it, but at first he was just like, you can't go anywhere. You need to stay here. Like, there's no cops out there or whatever. Like, he was just like, you need to stay in here. Like, this is your best bet, kind of a deal. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Now we're running through this alleyway. There's an alleyway, and there's a fence with like electronic stuff in it, and then across from it there's a big industrial trash can. And then if you keep going down the alleyway, there's a parking structure. And so now we're running, and then what happened, babe?
There were shots.
There were shots? Where? From New York, Excalibur area. We heard shots and saw them, the muzzle flash, literally outside. It wasn't inside. It was not inside. It was outside. And the shots were coming, literally, they were going towards our direction, towards the parking structure at Tropicana. I threw her behind the pillar, and I said, babe, stay low. Like, we need to take cover. She saw the muzzle flashes from very up close. And we don't like talking about it. It's not something to take very lightly. A lot of people don't believe that we saw the things that we saw. They think that we were like I'm Superman and I was everywhere at one place, and that's not true. I'm just saying that Tropicana shootings we heard, and the New York Excalibur, I'm not sure which one it really was, but it came from that direction because it's across the street from the parking structure at Tropicana. If you look it up on the maps, you'll see Tropicana, you'll see the parking structure, and you'll see New York and Excalibur. So we saw the muzzle flashes, and it was about 2 bursts, and I threw her behind the pillar, and we're taking cover, and now we're running through this hallway alongside of the parking structure, and there's one guy standing there, and he's saying, come this way, and he grabs, what did he do, babe?
He grabbed my arm and pulled me.
He grabbed her. I'm with her, and this guy comes and grabs my girlfriend and tries to pull her and tell him that she needs to go that way. No, that doesn't work with me, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck you were to try to grab my girlfriend and tell her where she needs to go or where we need to go. But that wasn't flying. You were not police. You had, maybe your intentions were right. Maybe they were good. Maybe they were bad. I have no idea, but I wasn't going to let somebody tell me where to go. Not at a devastating time like that. It was very volatile. You don't know where the shooters are. We just heard and saw the New York Excalibur shootings, and he's trying to tell us, like, hey, come over here, come over here. Sketchy. Fuck you. Not working with me. So I told him, no, like, we're going to go our own way. So we ran back the way that we ran from, and we jumped into the trash can. And we laid there for 3 hours. Helicopters are flying. There's 2 helicopters. The lights are flying around everywhere. And at this time, the shooter's already dead. You know, they had already announced that the shooter was dead. My dad texted me, said they got the one shooter, and they were still going around in the helicopters for hours. The whole time we were in the trash can, there was a helicopter flying around. Why? Why were they flying, and why were they shining lights on like Excalibur, New York area? They know that there was multiple shooters. They know that the New York Excalibur shooting was right outside. It wasn't inside. It was outside. We saw the muzzle flashes. You know, Tropicana was inside, like the casino area where they were trying to direct everyone, but it was very short. So that by the time the police got there, the guy was already gone. So we get out of the trash can and we want to go to Luxor. We want to run there. We have our room key. We're ready to go. We jump out. As soon as we jump out, there's a cop, and he flashes his light and he goes, "What are you guys doing?" And I was like, oh my God. And I was like so thankful it was a cop and it wasn't anyone else. And he said that I need to go into Tropicana because they have it contained, and that they have tactical police in there, and that there's a safe place to go in. It's like a conventional hall or whatever. There's no windows. So we had to go in there because the police told us to. And I listened to the police because I trust them. I don't trust strangers, but the police, I feel like, were there for our best interest. We finally made our way in. Everybody was funneling in. They had blankets, they had water, and we were there for hours. They didn't let anyone into their hotels because they were clearing every single room of every single hotel, which, by the way, if there's only one shooter, what are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? Why are you clearing every single room of every single hotel where there was active shooters? If you knew there was only one shooter and you were super positive, 100% positive that there was only one shooter and there was no other shooters, there would be no reason to clear every single room of every hotel around the venue that you heard that there was reports of shootings. They didn't allow us to go back to our hotel until 4:20 a.m. So now we're back at our hotel room, and I got my phone on the charger, and we turn on the TV. The TV's on. We're listening to it, and then they say, 2 are confirmed dead and 20 are injured. 2 and 20? Get out of here. We had already seen from the front line where we had initially got the shots, there was at least 20 that went down around us. It was a terrorist attack, okay? I just want everybody to realize what happened last weekend was a terrorist attack. It was group organized, it was choreographed, and I don't want anyone thinking that it was a one-person shooter. There's no way in hell a 64-year-old untrained man can shoot an automatic military-grade weapon from a 34th floor at a declining grade and hit people, and bullets are going like this, not like this. No one in this life is free, not without truth. The only thing that sets anyone free is truth. Truth sets everyone free. And if you're not going to be truthful and you're going to lie, people will never be free. These people who lost their family members are never going to have the feeling that they're never going to have a fulfillment in their heart feeling. They're not going to have a strong feeling about this. This is immense, people. Like, this is so huge, it's not even funny. This is a terrorist attack on U.S. soil, and there's still terrorists out there on our soil that are planning another attack. I mean, they don't just think of this in one day. They think about it in months in advance, and they have an agenda. They have a schedule. They're ready. They have their weapons still. Maybe I don't know if they recovered any weapons. No one will know. But if they didn't, they still have them. And if they still have them, they're going to use them.